Good evening, Emma. It's Friday the 28th of January, and I have left my video quite late today. I wanted to respond to your question about the kind of nerd that I think I am. While I don't necessarily agree with categorizing people into different factions of nerdism, I think I'd probably be some sort of science fiction book freak nerd. That's such a general sort of description of what kind of nerd I think I might be. There are many other things that I like to nerd out about. For example, film in general, not just science fiction. Television in general, again, not just science fiction. I nerd out about theater, photography, really amazingly awesome people. People specifically who are awesome to other people. Your question came at a really interesting time because I've been thinking about people's perceptions of one another. I was on the TTC last night writing down to go to an event that I was helping run. There were a few instances where I looked up and people were staring at me, and my reaction is to smile at them. And I realized that might seem a little bit creepy for me to be smiling at random people. But I mean, if they're staring at me and I catch them staring at me and I look up and we're both staring at each other, I mean, not only am I going to smile out of sort of awkwardness, I'm also going to smile to sort of, I don't know, share the common hatred of having to commute. But I mean, I would smile and these people would automatically think I'm creepy and look away. That's okay. I mean, you know, if you don't want to smile back, that's cool. But it's interesting to assume that the person who is smiling at you is probably doing it for reasons that are not nice. And I got onto the subway, and then I tried it out with a few more people. I actually just smiled at them, and I got the same reaction. People look away, people look down, people stare at you for a little longer than it's comfortable after the smile has been given out. And it's interesting because only when I was out on the street walking down King Street in Toronto did someone actually smile at me. And they instigated the smile, and that meant that I could smile back at them, and it made me feel good. And I like people who take time out of their busy day to acknowledge that there are other people around them going about their days, and, you know, basically admitting that, yeah, we're all human and we're all just looking for a little love. And that brings me on to the other thing that I've been thinking about today, the protests and demonstrations that are going on in various parts of the world right now, most notably today in Egypt. The images coming out of Egypt are incredible, and the stories are devastating and heartwarming. I mean, you know, you go from hearing that people have been injured and killed, were tear gassed and they're not being listened to hearing about the group of youth protesters who banded together to try and protect the National Museum from looting and from fire. And it's things like this where people band together for a common goal, for a common good, that make you stop and wonder. But it's the perception thing that really is interesting to me, because even though I am not Egyptian and I am not from that part of the world and I don't know that much about Egyptian politics, I still feel I have connection to them because I am a human being and they are human beings, and we're all just looking for a little love and for someone to listen to us. So on that note, I look forward to your next video, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye, Emma.